We're the Redneck Redcoats, and we're sailing SV, fresh to Solden.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on together.
Today's the day. We're about to do something exciting. Really, really exciting. So I said, ooh, that's close.
Ah, watch this one.
Darn. Okay, so I said last week that if you would wait for this week's video, we would tell you what decisions we made and what our plans are. So, here we go. What are we doing, Steven?
Turning right.
He is so difficult. In simple terms, what are we doing, Steven?
We are going to the Abacos. Just for a couple of weeks.
Okay, I don't think anybody can hear you. Say it really loud.
We are going to the Abacos in the Bahamas for a couple of weeks.
So, we're not going back to North Carolina. We are, but not now. We're not selling the boat. We're not moving back on land. We are
Disappointment.
we are going back to the Bahamas and gonna get a redo. Because sometimes in life you really do get a redo. Quick. What you doing over here?
Playing Pokemon. I just caught a level 70 Lucario, which I find really funny because it's not going to listen to me, but I'm still keeping it on my team.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Basically, because the level trainer I am, I can only train a Pokemon up to level 65. This is level 70, so it's not going to listen to me. But I still caught it, and I'm still keeping it.
Well, we've been sailing all night. It was a bit bumpy on the way down because we ended up doing there was 16 knots of wind, straight on the nose. Waves were coming from the south, so I mean it wasn't too bad. We've done worse, but still on the nose. So about 4 AM we started to make our turn so that we could get to the west end. I think the fastest we were doing up until that point was about 3.5, 4 knots. Since doing the turn, we just got the mainsail out at the moment because there's very little wind. There's actually 5 knots of wind right now from the southeast. Obviously the engine's going, so we're doing about 5.1, 5.2 on a bearing of 109. But basically the Gulf Stream is pushing us sideways as well, so we've had to account for our lateral movement as well as our forward movement. So yeah, we're getting there slowly. Should be there about 4 PM this afternoon. So we'll try to add more excitement in the night. There was a big freighter ship that didn't have any navigation lights on that was moving. I thought it was anchored, but then she told me it was passed in front of us. And then we had a barge call us, told us their intentions about passing us and stuff like that. So, but all in all, not bad. Just wish there was a bit more wind so that we could be actually sailing rather than motor sailing. So I'm constantly surprised by how much of that we've actually done. I know my friend Aussie John, he doesn't like to turn the motor on at all, so he just waits until the wind's right, but unfortunately we don't seem to have that kind of time at the moment. So, but it was weird leaving our friends SV Moab behind, secretly praying that they won't sell their boat and that they'll end up having to come on buddy boat with us again. Awesome couple. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Friend Chuck and Heidi. Chuck sent me a whole bunch of routes and information about the Abacos, which is awesome of him to do. So we're just planning on staying 2 to 3 weeks and then head back to North Carolina just to have a bit of a vacation, really, which is kind of a strange thing to say, but I want something that's I want to go out on a high, you know, have some fun with the kids, see a few things. I mean, we originally had plans to go down to Exumas and do all of that and then come back, but I mean that obviously wasn't the case. I'm not sure how far south we'll get in 2 or 3 weeks, but I just want to take a day to get somewhere, spend 2 or 3 days there, move on to the next spot. If we end up down in Marsh Harbour, that would be cool. If not, it doesn't matter. We'll end up coming back, so we'll see.
It's a massive car carrying ship. We got this one going in front of us and that one going behind us. Look at the one behind us, Steven.
Huh?
So we're just kind of sitting here, waiting on these two ships to go so that we can be out of their way. Looks like Steven's moving along with me still on the bow, so I'm gonna go back. But I have to say, the weather is beautiful. The water is awesome. There's no seas at all. Man, I wish I could show y'all just how nice that water really looks. What are you doing? What kind of Kool-Aid?
Watermelon.
Watermelon flavored Kool-Aid. See land really well right now.
So just done immigration at West End. Just trying to get off the dock is a nightmare. It's low tide, extremely low tide, and there's only one ladder and it's broken. And then the immigration office is different to Bimini. It's actually over there. They don't have any laptops, so they have to do everything on phones. So they try and get you to do it on your phone, and then when you get stuck, they basically go on their phones. So yeah, nice little marina stroke harbour though. You're right over here.